better get rid of that. Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a great new card that I call my Sensational Cylinder card. And I got this idea from a lady named Kathy Berger, who posted a tutorial online, and I went ahead and made a card a year ago using this template. And this is what happens when you open it. I got a lot of requests for this template, and they wanted a tutorial, and I did not have time to make one. And now I'm going to rectify that. But since that's retired, we're going to use something else. And this card is meant to celebrate summer, hopefully at the beginning of summer, and I know right now it's the end, but hey, it's my tutorial and I can do whatever I want. So, let me open this up. What better way to celebrate summer than a nice cold frosty beverage like this one? And so I'm going to show you how to do this. On my blog you will find a template for these three pieces here, and this piece is a brace, which you will need for this particular card. You wouldn't have needed it if you were only making a cylinder out of this piece, because it's very flexible and it bends easily, and so when you pull the card open it stays in place and doesn't flip up. But this card has 3 layers on the cylinder, and so it's kind of stiff, and this is really the only way you can get it to work without flipping up like that. So I also have a card base and an insert for the card, which is 5 inches by 8 inches wide, and that's to put your glass on inside. But we're going to put this aside for now, and we're going to start working on our mechanism. The first thing I'm going to do is put my liquid in here, and this could be, I don't know, lemonade or mellow yellow or Mountain Dew or something yellow. Burners maybe. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this liquid in my glass with some snail. Don't ask me what snail stands for. I don't know. I know it stands for something. So sticky, nice and adhesive, whatever. I don't know what it means. Alright, I'm going to center this between the score lines and stick it down. And I've put some little ice cubes that I made with 3/4 inch square pieces of vellum that I kind of crinkled up to make them look more like ice. And I also have a straw I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of. And I'm going to stick it right in the drink so that it will be sticking out of the drink when I put it together. Now, if you were going to just go with this cylinder, you would not have this piece of sticky strip on the side right here. This is really for the vellum overlay. And when you look at the vellum, you'll see there is no sticky strip on the front of it. So right now, we're going to take off our peelies here, making that peel off again. Our little rice peel off. Okay, and these things are very sticky. They're very clingy. They like me. They want to stay with me forever. Get. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is stick down the vellum overlay on this side. Oh, it's very sticky. I guess that's why they call it sticky strip. And then I'm going to kind of curve this around a little bit so that it can bend. Oops, a little too much. Come on. Alright. I'm going to stick that down. And then I'm going to spend a little time letting this, getting a little curve going into the back of this. And I'm doing this by rubbing my bone folder on the back so that everything starts to curve nicely, and it won't have such a hard time making a cylinder because it will already be halfway there. Like so. And then I need to bend those back. And I'm going to make nice creases. As you can see, I'm going to bend this back, and again, nice creases. Good on the back if you do this, because then if you happen to scrape off a little bit of your embossing powder, it's not a big deal. And as you can see, when I did that, this goes right through this opening, and that's what it's meant to do. And that's ready to go on the inside of the card. Now, again, I want to get it going into a cylinder. So I'm going to peel these off. I'm ready to stick this part down. You know what? I made a mistake on this. Okay. I'm going to pull this. I'm going to give it a little room so that it will be centered after you pull it a little bit. So I'm going to give it a little room, more room on one side than the other. Line it up with the bottom. Stick this part down. So when you see it pull up, it'll be about in the center. Of course, it isn't in the center, but oh well. Now, as you can see, when I pull it up, it doesn't necessarily stay where I want it to go, so I'm going to put the brace in. That's where that comes in. And so I'm going to take off these, and I'm going to put this underneath, and I'm going to line up, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to line up this part with the edge of the tabs that are stuck to the inside of the card. And then I'm just going to pull this so that when I pull this tight, it stays right where I want it to go. And I made a mistake. I should have put this little piece of sticky strip on the other side, so I'm going to do that right now. But that's okay, because when I put my decoration on the card, that'll get covered up anyway. So I'm going to put a piece of sticky strip on the back of this tab, and I'm going to peel off. I'm going to peel off that sticky strip backing, and I'm going to pull this while the card is open, and I'm going to stick it right over here so that when I close the card, it will go flat. The next thing I will do is fold the card in half, and then I'll put it inside the base. Now, I like to start with the back first, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little more adhesive on the edges here. And then I also have my snail on the very far edge of the back, because there's a lot of tension on this card. And so you need to have some strong adhesive so it doesn't pop apart. Anytime you have tension, you need sticky strip or something like it. Preferably sticky strip, because that's what we sell, right? So I've stuck this in the inside back, lining up the two score lines. And the next thing I'm going to do is put some adhesive right there and there. And I will also peel off my sticky strip. And I will carefully fold this over and stick it all down, so that when I open the card, the glass will form itself right there and make a nice frosty beverage for my card. So after, of course, I made that, I went ahead and decorated the front with the Circle Circus set. Hey, get out of there. And some nice little punched flowers and brads and a happy. And when I open it up, oh, yes, I almost forgot. You'll see I put this summer, which I did with a Big Shot, and days from the Happy Everything set. And I covered up that tab that otherwise you'd see, and it's really ugly looking. And of course, the final touch was taking a piece from the Tart and Tangy and inserting it in my drink. I cut a little slit in here, and I put a little adhesive on the back, and I'm just going to insert that right there. And there I have my little frosty beverage. And if you see it in here, you'll see that it just looks cute. It's just gorgeous. And I think you're going to want to run out right out and make one. So go to my blog, download the template, make a card, and link it back up, and show me what you did with my sensational cylinder card.